Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Lesson 5. This lesson today is going to cover, it's a bit of a more topical discussion, but it's going to cover what to do and how to manage a stimulus check should you have received one during this current pandemic. Um, this one, we don't have a presentation associated with it. It is more just so a couple tips and tricks that can kind of make the most out of the money that you were able to get, how to extend it, how to make it last, and the best methods and avenues for spending the money should you have received one. At the end of this presentation, as always, you can find my contact information should you need a bit of a deeper dive or a more thorough explanation of some of the topics that we cover today.
So the number one, a lot of people might take this to be like a tax return. If you get a tax return where it's a bonus of money, but for a lot of people, that's not the situation. A lot of people, unfortunately, find themselves in some tough financial stress here during this pandemic, and this money might be what's going to get them by going forward for the next couple weeks, months, however long it may be. So we'll kind of break it down into three different tiers of where this money should be going forward. The first of which is, of course, take care of all your essential needs. Keep a roof over your head if you are able to, pay off your mortgage, pay your rent, utilities, medicine for your family, food. Those sort of things should always come first with this stimulus check and this newfound money that you have in your bank account. So essential workers that are still leaving the house, your needs may be a little different. You may still have to be covering your auto insurance. You may have to be covering gas to get to and from work. So it's definitely worth taking into consideration your true needs, not your wants, because those wants will come back somewhere down the line when hopefully we found a little bit more sense of normalcy again, like we were before. So definitely needs, not wants. Step two is make debt payments. If you've been able to cover all your essentials, you're still providing food, you're paying for the medicine, your rent, your mortgage, whatever it may be. Um, Debt payments will start coming second tier. So you can start paying off credit cards, auto loans, any other sort of debts along the lines. So remember, even one late payment or a missed payment can affect your credit report and your credit score. So if you're able to with this newfound money, definitely want to stay on top of those going forward. Remember that many lenders may be offering some sort of relief resources for you. So in that circumstance, you may want to reach out to them. Some people are offering deferred payments, so you could pay in a couple months. Some people are doing forbearance. It's always worth looking into, but just keep in mind that even if you don't have to be making that payment now, that doesn't mean necessarily that it's not accruing interest still. So the number you see somewhere down the line when you do have to start paying may be higher. So definitely know the terms of your agreement going forward if you're able to do any sort of relief program that can kind of help you keep the money short term for those essentials that we had mentioned. But if that isn't available, that's where the second tier of your money from the stimulus check should be going. Third, I would like to mention that despite the fact we may have be during trying times, sorry, you still do want to save. If you're able to cover that tier one of essentials and that tier two of starting to pay back your debts, like we mentioned in the slide two slides ago, you do still want to be able to, if you're able to put some money aside in a savings account, should you encounter any sort of unforeseen circumstance, like I mentioned, your furnace goes out, family member gets sick, you lose a tire, you got to get all new tires on your car, whatever that may be.
And with that, we'll wrap up lesson 5 in managing a stimulus check. I want to thank you for tuning in. As always, here is my contact information so you can feel free to reach out to me should you have any further questions or you need a deeper dive into any of the topics we discussed today. Please stay tuned for episode 6, where we will kind of take a bit of a deeper dive into IRAs, money market accounts, certificate of deposits, so you can really kind of establish short, medium, and long term goals for your savings plan.